free reign. If you can review Kat Von D and say whatever you want, you should be able to say whatever you want about influencer collabs. I think everybody's fair game. If you collab with somebody, if you're coming out with a product, you're fair game for review. You're, you know, nobody's safe from an honest review. You just come out with a good product. If it's good enough, then you won't have anyone saying anything bad about you, you know? Nobody's safe from an honest review.
Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So we're obviously going to be doing something not normal. First off, it is nighttime. I've already been filming all day. Everything's kind of quiet and I've had time to think and reflect, and I wanted to sit down and film this video because it is weighing heavily on me and I feel like I just need to. I'm just at a point where enough is enough and I'm not going to take it. I'm going to stick up for myself, and I want to encourage anyone else out there that deals with any similar bullying or harshness. You know, you have a voice, you can speak up for yourself, and I'm done with being quiet on this. So I posted a video that I did not think would turn into what it has turned into, and I do not like drama. I do not welcome it into my life. I run my channel in such a way that I hope things come off very even and good feeling, and I don't ever want there to be that anxiety or yuckiness, and I'm so sorry that this happened. I really am. You know, I do everything that I can to give good reviews, keep it about the makeup, you know, speak purely about how I feel, and this just got all tangled and twisted up. So many of you may have noticed in my Makeup Revolution video that I disabled the comments, and a lot of people were upset about that, but I just have to sit down and share with you guys why. Doing this job, I've had to definitely grow thick skin, and I don't deal well with people shaming me or making me feel less than or making me feel bad about myself, and these comments cross the line. These comments came from such a toxic place that I disabled. From here on out, if anybody uses profanity, if you come at me in this negative light, I'm gonna block you. I don't want this in my world. It shifts the way that I do my job here on YouTube, and I love my job and I love making videos, and it is the best thing ever. But to have somebody tell you that you deserve to hurt, I'm not okay with that. So there was a response video made. I was shocked because I was being torn apart and shaded about my integrity, what my intentions were. There was profanity in the video, like that's how riled up this person got, which I don't use on my channel. So the mommies out there that are watching don't have to worry about me dropping an F-bomb, and I keep my comment section as clean as possible too. So there's a reason for that. I didn't appreciate it. I didn't appreciate critique on my color choices, my application technique, and the way that it was insinuated that I am not a good makeup artist, when at the end of the video, somehow it became, well, this is gonna be my go-to look.
Okay, I'm literally gonna follow, no joke, I'm gonna follow her tutorial. Those colors don't really go together that well, but I'm still gonna do it just to show you. See, that looks really pretty. I'm actually kind of liking this look. Anyway, this might be my new signature look, so I hope that you guys like it. You'll be seeing a lot more of it.
Eye shape is different, age is different. Things are gonna look different on person to person. This clearly did not work out for me. If it works out for someone else, great, that's fine. But that does not mean that you get to come at someone. This just blew up into something else entirely.
Is she above Makeup Revolution? Is she working with somebody below her? I mean, what on earth?
When that video went up is when everything tilted and when comments got really nasty. And the thing that I don't understand is you can't have it both ways. So if you're a creator that's waving the flag saying you cannot make a thumbnail, you cannot talk about this product poorly because that's not supportive, how can you say that when you have other videos in your catalog with a crazy face and a negative tone and a negative review? You can't have it both ways. And if you want to talk about someone being biased, look at who's using affiliate links. So to see someone drag me, my reputation, my creativity, my choices through the mud, and then put an affiliate link for this in the top bar of their description box, really tells me a lot.
You know, I just like when people comment. I don't even care if it's a hate comment anymore. Like at this point, I'm like, whatever. I just want people to watch.
And I'm so sorry, Emily, that you got dragged in the middle of this because you don't deserve it. I didn't make this video for you to hurt in any way, shape, or form. But I also was really shocked that there was an endorsement from Emily in the top comments of that video, which made everything blow up even worse after she and I had sorted things out privately through DM. She told me she wasn't watching my video, she wasn't interested in that, we handled things, I thought we were fine, and then I saw that, you know, big huge paragraph, thank you so much for this support, but that video was not supportive.
What the Don't do things that you normally wouldn't do and then say a product is not good and that you'll never pick it up again. That's what it looks like when you take your time and you give the products a chance.
That video was someone coming at me and my integrity for doing what I do with an honest approach on my channel, and I'm not okay with it. Let's all just kind of like fall back on reviewing the makeup and stick to that and be done with like picking on people's process and personality. I didn't like it. I don't respect it. I think it stoked the flames. I think it was with the intent to grab views, grab some money, and discredit me. You guys need to know this review was just a review. It wasn't out of jealousy. A lot of people are saying that too. And I have to tell you guys, you know, I run my game different. I just do. And, you know, Emily's actually run her channel very similar. She doesn't do sponsorships. You know, this is her first big collab. I turn away more than you guys would ever have any clue. So it's not that I've never been offered and I have this seething jealousy. You know, I try so hard to operate on just the makeup and keeping it pure and good and unbiased for you guys to a fault. I actually have had companies reach out and they're like, wow, you spoke positively about my product. We sold out, like it's crazy. Tati, can we please send you a check? We feel like we owe you, we wanna send you some money. And it's a lot of money. And I always say, no, don't send me that cash. Would you please just donate it to the Downtown Women's Center or another charity? And I've done this several times and everyone's kind of like, wait, what? And I don't sit here and tell you guys about these things because I don't want to be that person that's just like, me. But when someone's pushing me into a corner and telling me that I'm a horrible, selfish, awful person and that I don't ever do any good and that I am just going after another creator because of my own insecurities and because of what I don't have, I need to speak on it. And I need you guys to know that this is not about the money for me. I'm motivated by success, by growth, by creativity, by everything that I get to do that's so cool and that I get to, you know, run my own show here. That motivates me. The money does not motivate me. It's great to have it. It's great to have, you know, resources and be able to build and to start my own brand, but that is not what motivates me, and it cannot buy me and it cannot buy my opinion. That's just not what I do. And I feel like it's so important for me to stay that way. You know, I've made close to 2,000 videos on YouTube, and Makeup Revolution has definitely been on my channel. They have been a brand that I have loved, enjoyed, that I have spoken highly about. I'm going to try out this black felt liner from Makeup Revolution. That went on like a dream. This is great. I kind of love it. And this is one of my favorites because I love anything peach. You guys are gonna like flip out. Look at this. They have also been a brand that I have been free to express my opinions about, you know, in a review fashion. I'm never out to tear down anybody's character or anybody that works for the brand or pick on them personally. It's always about the makeup. You know, my opinion is not the number one. I tell you my skin type, what I look for in product, why I don't like it, what didn't work for me if we veer down that negative path. But I do that so that you guys have a good pro and con when you're making purchasing decisions, because that's kind of what my channel is about. You know, I'm editorial. I test out product nonstop. And at this point, with eyeshadow palettes specifically, I test probably a dozen a week, literally a dozen. So I feel like I'm very quick to understand formula, what feels good, what blends well, what doesn't. And Makeup Revolution has been one of those brands that for me has been hit and miss. And I'm not afraid to say that. I know that I am not reviewing Emily. This was about a palette. I may have jumped the gun by doing a first impressions, but honestly, I got the palette in PR. I was super excited about that. I showed you guys that in a video.
Makeup Revolution.
I've been yes. I have been hearing nothing but great things about these two palettes. So huge congrats. I need to play with this. So it's literally staying up here. With her palette, I really felt I would have zero issues because I know that she's super picky and I had a bad time with it. They were patchy on me. They were hard to blend. Is this not working for me? I was in there struggling and trying to figure it out for a very long time. So I was very hurt when everybody stated that they felt that I was off or weird because I was purposefully trying to make something look bad. I would never do that. I would never, ever do that. I used a NARS primer. I had that listed in the description box, and that one has made everything that I own go on so smoothly. So I was super shocked that the first color did not blend as smoothly as I wanted it to, and to be honest, I didn't like the shade of it, and it really was the only shade in here that I felt was an appropriate initial transition shade. So this is the shade Hobby right here, and it just did not go on very well at all. I used a natural hair bristle brush from Kylie Cosmetics. This is one that I have raved about. I have told you guys that with my hooded eyes, this is something that has helped me to blend and buff shadow perfectly and how much I love it. And then I did go in with a slightly smaller brush. This is an Eblin brush, and I love this one. I use it a ton. It blends out shadows so beautifully. But when I went down into Dues Paid, which, you know, we're just gonna go with it. I'm just gonna show you guys. This is very dusty. It picks up a ton of color. You go in here and it just is really tough to blend. It just is. So there's no me making it look bad. It's just kind of a patchy shade. These are the three that I used. So normally in a palette, it is set up for the colors to be cohesive in a sense, row by row, where you could go down, you could go this way. And ultimately you want all the colors to be able to work together in some capacity. So I felt like those two, and even this like quad kind of like up in here, like this would be your highlight. These are great transitions, like these are the matte shades. So I went in with, you know, the two shades you probably would go in with first. Blend. It was already getting very patchy and messy. And then I had the idea, because I wanted to save this look, and I thought to the video that I recently did with Thomas, when he came over and he was kind of guiding me through a look when we were swapping makeup, he encouraged me to use a smaller brush in the crease because we have a very similar eye shape.
Pack, do not blend yet, just pack through the crease. And then when you get done with that, you want to take something like this, go into the transition shade and blend it out.
Should I cheat higher up? Or
no, just go your regular.
Here?
Yeah.
So I have been using that technique over and over, and it works so well for me. It like opens my whole eye up. I went into Love Tons and I was pressing it in the crease, and then I took a Haku Hodu brush. Both of these I've had for almost 7 years, and I was having a really tough time with it. So the mattes in this palette are, in my opinion, they are patchy. You know, I'll do it harder dig for you guys. I know you're gonna get a little irritated with me. Okay, that's a harder dig. Can you make a great makeup look out of this? Yeah, I actually think the look that I came up with was decent, but quality-wise, is this one that I'm telling all of you guys to go out and spend your money on? No, I'm not. And I stand by that. It's no disrespect to Emily at all. This is about the makeup, and you guys urge me over and over and over and over, please keep it about the makeup. And I really felt like I was giving my best to keep it that while being positive and looking for the good in things. Moving on. I did go into the shade Apartment. Now, in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, I can smoke out all of this and I can kind of bring it up a little bit, blend it in the crease with my finger, because this is a technique that I've done over and over and over for years and years and years. And you press and press and press, and when you're having a hard time buffing and blending out mattes, sometimes using your finger and pressing them in does work really nicely. So I did that, and then I tried to connect the two shades together. It didn't work. I was having problems. You guys saw the struggle. It wasn't looking good. I want to show you guys, I've been playing around with another palette that is not crazy expensive. This one I'm going to review at a different date, but I was looking for similar shades to just show you guys like the difference of metallics that I personally like versus this palette. So like that to me is just a lot brighter, richer, deeper, more pigmented, goes on more smoothly, and it just hits the high notes of what I personally like. I'm picky with makeup. If you guys love that, then you will love my channel. So yeah, so that didn't work out. And then I think I tried even further to go in with a lighter shade, like, okay, more metallic, let's go. And I went into Oh Heavens, which is this one right here. And it's just not as like, you know, bam, bam, bam. Like I'll show you another Makeup Revolution product that actually is like super beautiful. Like you can see right there. Like I personally would have liked something more like that. Do you see how much more light reflective that is? So moving forward, at the end of that video, this is where I got in trouble. This is where I'm like, ooh, you know, I do watch it back and I can like understand where people are like, Tati, like you're being shady, you're being so shady. I was not trying to be. I was not coming from a place of any sort of negativity. Like I was coming from a place of scrambling to say good things, you know, like I don't want to be the mean girl. I don't want to be rude. I want to love people. I want to love you guys that watch me. I want to be like a big heart on YouTube that is a positive place, that is a break from the world. I always say that because this place right here, it is my saving grace and I love it. So I always try to come from a place of good. I'm a big believer in what goes around comes around. So, you know, when I was saying that I hope Emily does other collabs in the future, and that it would be really cool to see her do one with ColourPop, everybody kind of twisted that and said that I was speaking in a tone where I was shaming her and telling her that she should have done a collab with ColourPop, and I was saying simply that I love her color selection. She has an eye for it, and complimenting her and saying I hope she does another collab in the future, and speaking from a place of praise. And this was right after, you know, telling everybody that I adore her, go subscribe to her. I am linking her in the description box. So it was just really crazy to see that get twisted, but I'm trying to be understanding, and if that rubbed you the wrong way, I apologize. I already reached out to Emily and I apologized to her through DMs about that. It is what it is. And I felt like I had to talk about all of this with you guys. I hope this clears so much up for you. I want to add as a final note that Ulta for a brief moment was pulling these products from the shelf. There was a formulation issue and an issue with mold growing in some of the palettes. I don't know if it was just that or also a formulation issue. So that being said, perhaps my palette had some issues that others didn't, and there was maybe a difference in formulation from one to the other. Just food for thought. I also just want to share with you guys that I have still respect for Emily. She does such a great job on her channel. Go love her. I am not here to spread hate. I am here simply to defend my integrity because I have done this for too long to lose it over one video, and I needed to explain where I was coming from, and I needed to draw a boundary with you guys as far as the language and what can be said here on my channel in my home. So I hope you understand, and I love you guys so much. I will see you in my next video. Mwah.